Turning our attention to major statewide races, including the primary race for Florida's governor, which was called just minutes after the polls closed tonight. Jacob, what are you looking at when it comes to the latest totals?
Yeah, Bert, you can't get rid of me yet. Here we are, Florida governor. We thought there'd be two front runners for both the GOP and the Democrats. That's what the experts thought, and there's a reason they're the experts, because the front runners cruised to victory. Byron Donalds, the congressman from Southwest Florida, President Trump's endorsement for this race, easily winning the GOP nominee for governor to replace Ron DeSantis. Over 800,000 votes across the state. The current lieutenant governor of Florida, Jay Collins, far behind, 425,000. Again, you didn't need 50% here tonight. Just whoever had the most votes, it was Byron Donalds for the Republicans. Quickly over here on the Democrat side, David Jolly was the favorite. The former Republican turned Democrat, hoping to stir things up this November. He will face off Byron Donalds. Really no comparison, no close contest here. 61% of the vote for David Jolly. So it sets up that matchup with Byron Donalds in November. Our Florida Capitol Bureau Chief Matt Hoffman has been in Orlando the last couple of days. He's at Donald's watch party, which wrapped up because he was able to declare victory, Matt, pretty early tonight.
Yeah, all those numbers you just went through, well, that translates to an early night for these watch parties. As you can see behind me, folks have cleared out, but boy, were they excited earlier. Early night for both Congressman Donalds and former Congressman Jolly down at Miami Lakes. Donalds declaring victory here on Tuesday night, outpacing his Republican competitors. That was the expected result, with statewide data showing Donalds winning just under half of the votes, while second place finisher Lieutenant Governor Jay Collins only won about a quarter. Donalds now has to face a formidable Democratic opponent in former Congressman David Jolly. Jolly switched parties last year and is now a Democrat, running a moderate campaign largely focused on affordability and an attempt to build a diverse coalition. Here are both the candidates addressing their watch parties.
An old school Republican, I talk about ending the culture wars not to celebrate some progressive platform, but because I still believe in the old school Republican libertarian policy that government should simply stay out of your life and stay out of your bedroom and stay out of your doctor's office.
Under Governor Ron DeSantis, we have supercharged that foundation, making Florida the envy of every state in America.
Now elsewhere, Republican Senator Ashley Moody sailed to victory. She'll compete against State Rep Angie Nixon, who won the Democratic nomination, and that race was an upset. Nixon is the more progressive candidate and campaigned with members of Congress who are progressive. So it'll be Moody versus Nixon to determine who will be our next U.S. Senator. Of course, millions of Floridians did vote in this primary election, but it is just that, a primary. This is a sliver of the total number of voters we'll see in November, so we could see an entirely different electorate, I should say, by then. For now in Orlando, I'm Matt Hoffman, WCTV.
All right, thank you so much, Matt, for your report tonight.